Well, hey there, guys. It is Jason. Hope you're having a marvelous Tuesday here, 9 days before my birthday. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Let me know who you are and where you're watching from as you come on the line with me here today. Take a little agua break. And we're going to get into this. Today's video is called Carnivore Blood Work. Yes, I'm going to show you my actual blood work before and after. I think this is freaking interesting, and we'll see if you do as well. Let me jump over to Facebook. Let me make sure that everything is good to go. I actually put up a post yesterday. I didn't know if anybody would be interested in seeing this stuff. This is the post that I put up. Let me I'm live. Hello, everybody. Let me know who you are, where you're watching from. Say hello. I don't have a whole lot of time for this video because I have another webinar in about an hour that I need to do with our team members. But anyway, I put this post up and I just said, just came back from my doctor today, got my blood work results after being on Carnivore for the last 90 days. If I get 50 loves or likes, I'll do a live video today. That's why I'm doing this. I didn't get 50. I got like 190, which is pretty freaking crazy, actually. But anyway, just figured, like I said, I would jump in here and give you all of the details and go from there. So give me 1 second. Let me bounce back over here to StreamYard. Say hello. By the way, if you give StreamYard permission to see your profile, then I can see who you are when you are leaving a comment. I'll answer any questions as well if you have any, because I'm happy to answer any questions about Carnivore or what I did or what I didn't do and all that stuff. I'm going to be very transparent in this video. I'm going to actually show you my labs. I can't be any more transparent, right? I'm transparent in my trading, right? If you want to learn how to trade, send me a message. This video isn't about that, though. If you want to learn more about what I do as far as the Carnivore diet, what it is, and all that stuff, send me a message or you can comment in this video. I'll be more than happy to help anything that I can do. Well, no one is saying hello, but hey, I love you anyway. And we're going to get rocking and rolling with this. Like I said, I've got a bunch of other stuff here that I have to do here in a little bit. So let's get into what this is. So in case you guys haven't known this, I've been on a journey for the last, how old am I? In 9 days, I'll be 44. So it's been a long time, right? I've had weight issues for my entire life. I'm not an overeater, but it's always been I'm trying to figure out like what works for me and my body. So in 2018, I've had issues with this since third grade, guys. My mom told me second grade, but I remember it as third grade, but it is what it is. So it's been a journey, right? It's been a long freaking journey. And in 2018, right, I made a decision. Now, prior to 2018, I'm going to give you a little backstory quickly before I jump into the blood work, because you got to build up some suspense in the video. In 2018, right, I decided to take really control. Like before 2018, guys, I'd done a lot of stuff, right? I was talking about like weight loss stuff. Like I've done 60-day juice fasts. I'm talking about just green juice, just juice for 60 straight days. Okay. And I lost some weight on that. I actually lost about 50 pounds on that. Came off of that, gained it all back and more, right? I've done low carb. I've done Atkins. I've done low fat. I've done exercise my butt off. I've done, oh my gosh, right? If it is out there and it is some form of a diet, right? I've done it because I'm not, like I said, I'm not an overeater. It's always just been what, right? Not how much. And so in 2018, I made a decision, right, that I needed to do something, right? I've been trying for years, for decades, guys, to figure out what the heck is going on. Why does my body hold on to weight, right? In case you don't know, okay, maybe you didn't see, I'll actually share with you my Facebook post, right, of my before and after of, this was the day before. I showed this to my doctor the other day. He was speechless. But this was the day before my surgery in 2018. Let me go ahead and just find it here for you, and I'll share this with you guys first as far as that goes, just so you can see the difference. Now, this actually was not my top weight. What I'm going to share with you here is about 20 pounds less than my top weight. This was a day before surgery. So let me go ahead and bring it up. Here it is. And let me share my screen. There we go. So that was a few weeks ago, and that was me the day before surgery, 2018. So 5 years ago. And so it's been a journey, guys. It's not only been a journey, it's been a freaking struggle is what it has been. So, I made a decision, right, hey, Emmy, good to see you, my friend. I made a decision, right? And that decision was to get the gastric sleeve done in 2018, August of 2018. Now, I wasn't sure it was going to work for me. Like, I was at my pretty much the end of the rope, at my wit's end as to what to do, right? Because I'm not, like I said before, I've never been an overeater. I've never sat down and ate a whole pizza pie or a whole regular pie, or crammed 15 candy bars into my mouth or anything of that nature. I've never been an overeater. As a matter of fact, my brother Jacob can attest to this, right? Growing up, he would eat probably 3 or 4 or 5 times what I ever would eat, and he would be this thin and I would be not. So it is what it is. We're all built differently. Everyone's body. Now, before I go into all the other stuff and I share the rest of my story and I show you the blood work and all that stuff, guys, I'm not a freaking doctor. My wife is. She has a doctorate in education, but I'm not a medical doctor. You need to go and ask your medical doctor, ask your primary care physician if this is right for you. I'm not telling you that this is right for you, that you should do it. We're all adults here. You do exactly what you want to do. I am not telling you do anything. I'm just giving you my story. So as I said, August 2018, I had gastric sleeves, or not the gastric bypass, I had gastric sleeves. So what they do in that, they don't remove the whole stomach. They take out a portion of it. So my stomach is like this big instead of this big, right? So that worked to some degree. It got me on a better track. I actually, over the last 4 years between that surgery and about a year ago, I lost about 110 pounds in that area. So it's been, like I said, a journey. Barb says, what did I miss? You have to watch to the beginning. I started about 9 minutes ago, Barb. But anyway, so this is recorded, guys. If you want to come back and watch it on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're watching it, you obviously can. So I lost about 100 pounds, which was great. I'm like, this is working. But then I just plateau. Like I just plateau, and I would try. And guys, the gastric sleeve is not the easy way out. I want to make sure you understand this. There was a crap ton of pain, and I had other issues, right, that went along with that. And, and obviously still had to change my diet, had to change a lot of different things. So, but what the gastric sleeve does is it makes you just eat a lot less. Even though I wasn't eating very much, still makes you eat less than you would if you had a full-size stomach. Okay. So not the easy way out, but it was the decision that I had to make to go down a better path. Okay. So lost about 100 pounds on that. And it wasn't immediate either. Right. As a matter of fact, I have a good friend that unfortunately has passed away now, but she had the gastric bypass surgery, and she lost her weight like that. It was crazy. Like she lost like 150 pounds, right, in a matter of probably a year. And I was down, that'd be like, at that point, probably like 80 to 120. Like I said, in that 4-year time frame. So mine happened a lot slower as far as that goes. But again, like I said before, everyone's body is different. So, but then I plateaued, right? And I was like, man, I'm at this number, and I just can't get below this number. So my buddies, David and Michael and Jay, who some of you know is part of Team Abundance, the leadership in Team Abundance, all do carnivore. And I just, I was like, I'm just going to do my low carb, because I've done low carb for a long time, guys. Right? I've done low carb. I've done Atkins. I've done, just regular low carb with low carb tortillas, even though that's still processed and things of that nature. And so I've done a lot. That's part of my journey, right? Is my body, I know does pretty well with lower carbs. So obviously they are like, well, why don't you do carnivore? Okay. So the rest of the story, I'm going to keep going on the rest of the story, is that my doctor also put me on a weight loss medication called Mounjaro. Mounjaro is in the medications along the line, if you hear of Ozempic or Wegovy, Mounjaro is a little bit stronger. It's that same class of drug. It's an injectable, right? And unfortunately, the Mounjaro gave me a reaction. So I had a reaction to the medication. There's probably nothing wrong with the medication. It's just how it reacted with my body. So I had a reaction to that. So I came off that medication. And when I was because I had long story short, I had these petechiae or little red dots on my legs. So I'm like, what's going on here? And I'm like, well, let me come off the Mounjaro and see if that's it. And my doctor obviously, agreed with that. And we did. Came off the Mounjaro. But when I came off the Mounjaro, I also was like, okay, so I'm going to find out if there's something else to do with my food. So let's just do an elimination diet. And that elimination diet is carnivore. Okay, so you're asking, what is carnivore? Maybe, right? Carnivore is literally just meat, cheese, water, and salt. That's what strict carnivore is. Okay, now, again, I'm not telling you that you should go out and do carnivore. You need to talk to your doctor. It is not for everybody. Okay, as a matter of fact, I talked to my doctor yesterday, and he said some people that do this diet, their levels will get all out of whack. Their cholesterol levels, their all different kinds of levels that you obviously have, and your blood work get out of whack for some people. And I'm going to show you my results, and you can make a decision on what you want to do. But I would definitely recommend consulting with your healthcare professional. As I said before, I am not a doctor. So I went and started to do the carnivore diet. And I was pretty strict, right? Especially in the very beginning. Again, it is any kind of meat, okay? Any kind of cheese, water, and salt. Also eggs you can put in there as well. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Sean. I've lost now totally 170 pounds, guys. 170 pounds from my top weight where I am right now. And I still have another about 50 to go, right, to get to my goal. Actually, I have 30 to go, 37 to get to my goal, but my new goal is I want to lose another 50. So that's my goal. Anyway, so as far as that goes, so carnivore, and I immediately started seeing a change. So for instance, from the time that I saw my doctor last in February of this year till now, and today's obviously the 19th of September, it's been about 7 months. I've lost just over 60 pounds, 60. 36 of that, I just looked at my sheet, my weight loss sheet. 36 of that came in the last about 90 days after I started carnivore. Okay, so it took whatever that was, 4 months on low carb to lose 20 some, and it took about 90 days to lose almost 36 in that time frame as well. So long story short, there is no more plateauing. Right? It is just doing this, right? My weight is just going down. I have never lost weight so easily. It is absolutely nuts. Now, another caveat to that, just so you kind of have the whole picture, when they took me off the Mounjaro, right? I came off of that trying to figure out why I had a reaction, okay, to the Mounjaro. They put me back on another, same kind of drug called Wegovy. And that didn't really work great for me when I was doing low carb, but with carnivore, oh my gosh, right? And I believe the combination has really helped me to go in that direction. And once again, not for everybody, right? But make sure you consult with your doctor. But I think the combination of carnivore, and trust me, and this is why I tell people, if I had known about carnivore, I probably would have just done that first instead of having the surgery. But I had no idea about carnivore back in 2018. So the path is the path, and my story is my story. So that's where we at. So fast forward, right? Started carnivore about 90 days ago. I've lost close to 40 pounds, 36 pounds in that area, right? Since I started carnivore. And I really was interested yesterday to see, because I have my, every 6 months or so, check up with my doctor. And I was really interested to see the numbers because, guys, I haven't eaten except for I went back to New York and this is interesting. I'll tell you this story too. And say hello. I got a bunch of people in here that are watching. Say freaking hi. Anyway, so I went back to New York to see my awesome family. And of course, you can't go back to New York and not have a slice of pizza. So had a little bit of pizza there, ate some mom's good food. Also went to Vegas a couple weeks prior to that to see Garth Brooks with Tony, and had a half a cannoli and had some pasta here and there. I mean, I didn't go hog wild crazy, but here's the other part of this. When I went on the vacation, both to Vegas and to New York, and they were only about a couple weeks apart, I gained 4 pounds when I went to Las Vegas. That's it. Like, and I wasn't going, like I said, I wasn't going, off the deep end, but I wasn't as strict as I obviously was at home. I only gained 4 pounds. And right when I came back after the Vegas trip, I went right back on Carnivore and lost the 4 pounds and another 3 in the next week. That's crazy. Normally I would have gained like 10 or 15 pounds, and that would have stuck on me for freaking ever. And then when I went back to New York, I only gained like 5 pounds during that week. Same deal happened. Came back, got right back on Carnivore, and it just melted off. Oh my gosh, it's just absolutely nuts. Anyway, hello, Donald and Melissa and Terrell and Dolores, Wyman. Hey, Jake, good to see your brother, Jim Goldsby. Awesome stuff. Thanks for saying hi, guys. Okay, so rest of the story. Okay, so weight loss, obviously. Okay, but I was concerned about the numbers because, guys, except for those little blips of New York, and I saw Jake, my cousin-in-law, went back to New York as well. Saw him and my cousin Victoria and their family. Besides those couple of blips that I haven't eaten any vegetables. As a matter of fact, my doctor's like, so you haven't eaten any vegetables or any fruit in the last 90 days? I'm like, nope. Meat, cheese, water, salt. Now, one caveat to that. I was very strict in the beginning. Okay? Very strict in the beginning. And I wanted to see, because this is, again, everyone's body's different, guys, right? Everyone does things a little bit differently. Everybody's body is a little bit different. So I was like, okay, well, I know that, obviously nuts, like, almonds and that kind of thing are not on the carnivore diet, but I know they are high in fat, right? Low in carbohydrates, because that's one of the things that I ate as a low carb person. So I did add a little bit of nuts back into my diet, probably 60 days in, right? In that area, just kind of see what would happen. And I continue to lose weight, right? So I do have a little bit of nuts here and there, just, the tree nuts that my wife can't have because she's allergic. But the point is, right, is that I do, so you can modify it a little bit depending on your body. So, but I have not eaten a single blade of grass or a tomato or a lettuce or anything like that, or any fruit. And again, this is what it is. So that's my journey. So down 170 pounds, right? 60 pounds since I saw my doctor last. And this is my blood work. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And guys, I want you to understand this. The only reason that I'm standing here sharing this with you is I think maybe it can help you. That's all. Like literally. I don't give a crap about, right? Yay, I did this. That doesn't matter to me. Guys, it's funny. I was at a store today, and I was talking to the girl behind the counter, and because she was, we were talking about weight loss journeys, and I'm like, she's like, well, you must be happier. And I'm like, well, I was happy at 400 plus pounds, guys. I was happy, right? I've always been happy. Matter of fact, my mother says I came out happy. It's just the way that I am, right? I don't let many things get to me. It's just that I feel better now, right? And I'm still in pain. I still have back issues and all kinds of stuff. And some people know my history, but it's just, I hope that maybe this can help you to feel better, to help you to have a better life, to help you to make a change. That's all. That's the only reason I'm coming out here. It's the only reason why I'm being transparent and not hiding this, right? I want to help, right? So if you're one of those people that you're like, man, I think maybe this can help you, get on YouTube. Right? Go through some of the carnivore YouTube channels and things of that nature. There's Facebook channels as well that I can show you, on the carnivore diet. And then you make a decision on what you want to do. Okay. So let me go into the blood work. All right. I got this all pulled up for you guys. Whoop, it logged me out. Let me pull it up again. So if you have any questions, right? If you have any questions on what it is, if you have any questions on how it works or anything of that nature, feel free, right? Feel free to ask in the chat here. You can ask. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have, and we'll go from there. So I am literally going to show you, right, my blood work. Okay. So I'm going to pull up my screen right here, and I'm just going to show it to you, and you can take it for what it is. Oh, thanks, Gus. Right back at you, brother. I'm actually going to make this a little bit bigger. There we go. You don't need to see me so much. All right. So this, there we go. Okay. So this is my blood work. I mean, just literally out there, this is what my blood work is. And a lot of these things I'm not going to go over because they're all, in that range. There's a couple things that I want to go over, but all these greens, right? That all means absolutely fine, right? You can see I come all the way back from 2020, right? When I started with my current doctor and things of that nature. So all these are all the greens that you're looking at. Not a significant difference, right, in any of these, which is a good thing, right? I expected there to be a difference, like a significant difference with, not doing, right, and not eating fruits and not eating vegetables and things of that nature. So all these are in that same range as far as that goes. So I'll just go down here. Oh, this was interesting. So this right here, BUN, this is a kidney function level. Actually, I pulled it up here. Let me actually, this is what the BUN means. Common blood test, the blood urea nitrogen. So this is, I thought this was so interesting that, you hear about when you eat a lot of meat, right? You have an increase in uric acid, and that has not happened to me, right? This is the liver produces ammonia, right, which contains nitrogen, all that stuff, right? But normally, when you eat a lot of meat, right, your uric acid can go up, and in my case, it's gone down. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? He's like, I don't know. he couldn't explain it. Like before I went on carnivore, this is all low carb. This is all low carb in here. This is all in the red. Look at this. It was 31. Now it's 20. I don't know. And the bun/creatine ratio, that's back down to green as well. Pretty darn crazy. So, and again, everyone's body's different. And I think that I have found my answer, right, to that I've been searching for decades, which is why I'm so flipping excited. So everything else in here is good, right? Calcium, as a matter of fact, Dr. Wakde is like, well, your blood work's perfect. That's what he said. But let's just go through this, right? Calcium's good, all that stuff. This is interesting. LDL is good, right? Well, by the way, I figured this would be through the roof. I figured this would be red because LDL is your bad cholesterol. The HDL, which I'll show you in a second, is the good cholesterol, right? So I figured this would be off the charts. Why? Because I'm eating a crap ton of meat, right? I'm eating a lot of fat. I'm eating a lot of butter. I'm eating a lot of ribeye steaks. I'm eating a lot of shrimp scampi. I'm eating a lot of scallops, right, with butter on them. I mean, I'm just, this butter is a big part of the carnivore diet. And I figured this would be through the freaking roof, and it's not. It was 80 here back in May of 2022. He didn't even test it back in my last test, which was in February, and now it's 89. So all in the normal range, which is pretty darn crazy. And again, look at all this. All this is normal. It's just absolutely nuts. Iron level, folic acid, T4, which is thyroid, I do believe, glucose. Look at it. All green. Oh, here we go. Check this out. Okay, so this is hemoglobin A1C. This is for any of you guys who are fighting a weight loss battle. Maybe you have. I was pre-diabetic, by the way, in case I didn't say that, and I don't think I did. I was pre-diabetic before my surgery. Okay, so, and again, not diabetic. I wasn't insulin dependent or anything of that nature, but I was pre-diabetic, which is why one of the reasons that I made a decision to have the surgery in 2018. So if you look at this from 2020, right up here, my A1C wasn't extraordinarily high, but it was over where it should be. It was 5.7, right? And this was all low carb, right? My surgery was 2018. I've done low carb from my surgery date. I've done low carb the whole time, right? Little mini blips, right? Trying to get through plateaus and things of that nature. But overall, I've done low carb, right, since my surgery in 2018. And look at what's happened, right? Had 5.7 A1C, 5.7, low carb, low carb, low carb, and this is carnivore. Down to 5.0. Holy cow. That's crazy. I've never been this low. And all the times I've ever seen my A1C, I've never had an A1C that was 5.0 ever, right? Which is amazing. It's due to, I truly believe, carnivore. Because guess what? I'm not eating carbs, right? I'm not eating carbs, so my A1C and my body has regulated better, okay? My HDL is actually up. It's 50 right now. And remember, this is the good cholesterol. It was 43, and now it's 50. Homocysteine, this is interesting. I actually pulled this up as well. Homocysteine, this is actually in the high level on here, but he said until you get, much higher than this, like in the 50s, do you have any concern about homocysteine? This is in relation, you can look it up if you want to, but it's in relation to vitamin B12 and B6. So he said he might put me on a different B vitamin because I'm on a multi B vitamin, like a B complex. He might put me on a different B vitamin depending on what the next level is in 6 months. And actually, I see my other doctor here in a few months or a couple of months, so I might have that changed, but no big deal as far as that goes. And I'll just continue to come on down here, right? Insulin's good. Iron. Oh, look at this. Here's the ketone. So why are my ketones red? Well, guess what? When you are in ketosis, for any of you guys that have done keto or, Atkins or any of that stuff, right? You want to be in ketosis, right? So even though this is red, this is a good red, right? For if you want to be in ketosis, so because my ketones are a +2, right? And it's interesting because my ketones were +1 here, right? Before I started carnivore, this is low carb, and they've increased now to +2, right? When I have my blood work done just now. So pretty darn cool. LDL, HDL ratio is good. Look at all that. Green, 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 green. Pretty darn cool. So the moral of the story, okay? I'm going to show you the whole deal. By the way, my testosterone went up too, in case you're wondering. Testosterone went up a bunch, total and free. So that's good as well. Again,
looks like you haven't set up any HomeKit accessories.
What the heck?
Smart devices.
Shut up, Siri. Siri's talking to me. This is interesting too. My triglycerides went down, right? So one of the things you think about when you have a lot of meat, and what does the scientists tell us, right? Well, if you eat a lot of meat, your triglycerides are going to go through the roof. It was 100 here, down to 68. Look at that. The triglycerides are down to 68. How crazy, right? And again, all green, uric acid green, right? Here's that B12 thing you was talking about before. You might be changing me on that, but no big deal. So that's it. I just showed you in a live freaking stream all of my blood work. I mean, is there anything else? It looks like you're in consolidation, says Gus. That's hilarious. Guys, yeah, Emmy says, I know all about ketosis. Yeah, I know you do, my friend. So the reality, guys, is that this is what's worked for me. I mean, and my doctor said, just keep doing what you're doing, right? Keep getting healthier. And that's what carnivore has done for me. And I want to thank, obviously, Michael Angel Martin and David Thomas and Jay Woolwine for answering questions and helping. And that's another reason that I'm coming out right here. Hey, Jay's on here as well. Hi, Jay. I had no idea you're on here. The point is, guys, is that maybe it's going to be your answer too. Like I said before, right? I was concerned that my blood work was going to be freaking off the freaking charts. I was afraid my blood work was going to be, astronomical with the triglycerides screaming up and the, bad cholesterol, and none of that happened. Maybe it's just me, right? But maybe it can help you as well. And again, that's why I'm here to just give you my results and show you what I've done. Not to say anything that I may think special, guys, because I'm not, right? But I can tell you that being on this elimination diet, right, has helped with my allergies as well. We have a little dog, in case you guys don't remember, back a couple years ago or a year and a half ago, right? We almost weren't able to have her, right, because of my allergies. We got an awesome purifier from my friend Zion, and all the things we had to do. Well, I'm almost off my allergy meds at this point. I still do take some, but nothing like it was. So I think that has helped me with my allergies as well. I'm off my CPAP, right? I had a CPAP that I've worn for years. I haven't worn my CPAP, right, in the last 90 days, right? So again, all I'm here to do is to serve. So if any of this made sense, and if any of this, something that you want to delve into more, I would definitely recommend going into, ask me any questions you have, obviously, but there's a couple of Facebook groups that I believe that I have up right here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, right here. It's called World Carnivore Tribe. Let me actually share my screen again real quick because I have another webinar I got to do in about 30 minutes. I have to get ready for, guys. But I'll show you this. It's called World Carnivore Tribe right here. This is one of the Facebook groups. That's before you can see my before and after. You can see that as far as that goes from the journey, but I can get rid of that. So you can, the 89,000 people in here. So that is one, right, that you can look at as far as that goes. That's one. And obviously YouTube, right? YouTube, there is a absolute ton. If you just go to YouTube and search out, and Jay can probably tell more, carnivore. You just type in carnivore diet, right? All kinds of stuff in here, right? All kinds of awesomeness that you can look at. This gentleman is one of the people that we look at right here as well. Ken Berry as well. So a bunch of different stuff on carnivore. And again, guys, I am not a doctor. If I have to say it 1,000 times, I will. Right? Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. So that's, I agree with you, Jake, as far as that goes. Yeah, I think that's funny. Jay just said no more Darth Vader in the hotel room. This is true. Jay and I roomed in a lot of hotel rooms together for conventions. So, but yeah, Gus says I really like ice cream. Here's the deal, right? If you really like ice cream, I have made my own ice cream. Now, one caveat to that is that, obviously you would have to use some kind of artificial sweetener. So there are artificial sweeteners out there. They don't recommend them on the carnivore diet. But again, Gus, everybody's body's different, right? Maybe your body is okay with, right, having some artificial sweeteners. One thing with artificial sweetener is that it can tend to make you more hungry, which obviously is counterproductive. If it makes you more hungry, then you're going to eat more. It just depends on you as far as that goes. So we actually have an ice cream maker that Tony and I bought a couple years ago, and it's just, I don't do it a lot, but I have made it in the past as far as that goes. And there is carnivore ice cream, says Jay. See, Jay and David and Michael know a ton more about carnivore, and Jay's lost a bunch of weight as well. I should have had Jay on, as a matter of fact. I think Jay's lost like 70 pounds since he started. If I'm incorrect, brother, let me know. Can I actually bring you on? I don't know if I can bring you on or not in my StreamYard. No, I don't know that I can. Anyway, I'm not sure if you even want to. But anyway, so as far as recipes goes, Gus, there's a ton of carnivore recipes, I'm sure, right, in Facebook, right? In the Facebook groups, there's carnivore, all kinds of stuff. So there's carnivore. I don't look at recipes really because I was a chef in my previous life. So I just make my own stuff, but I'm sure there are, Gus, if you really want to. Cheese ice cream. Oh my gosh. Jay's like, leave me alone. No one message me. You can message me. Obviously Jay's just kidding, but guys, listen, I don't have a lot more time to spend with you, unfortunately, but I hope that you see, right, at least a benefit in checking it out, right? If you are, I was talking with a nurse that I went to the doctor with yesterday. She's been on her own journey. She had surgery in 2017 and still needs to lose another probably, 50, 60, 70 pounds. And, I was saying, just try it, right? See how it does with your body, right? Try it for 30 days and see what happens. Obviously, like I said before, go to your doctor, make sure you're not predisposed to anything that would be harmful for doing it. I don't know of anything that would be as far as that goes, but the reality, guys, is that, it's worked for me and it has worked really well. You're welcome, Terrell. My pleasure, brother. My pleasure, brother. Make sure I didn't miss any questions. We don't have a Q&A here on the StreamYard, so let me make sure. Yeah. So, and again, guys, it's really easy. Okay, it's really easy to do this diet as far as like what to eat. It's very simple. It's meat, fish. You can have cheese, right? I have like, I have sharp cheese, and I get Parmesan cheese from Italy that I have as well. So you can add cheese, water, and salt, right? So if you like steak, right? I like to grill. You guys saw probably the steak on my Facebook page. If you didn't, go look at it. I cooked a nice ribeye the other night, right? So you have steak. I love to have like scallops and butter. We get scallops and Butcher Box. If you want a discount for Butcher Box, let me know. That's where we get all of our meat from. Not a commercial, but hey, if you want to get a $50 discount, they sent me a coupon the other day, and I'll shoot it over to you if you want. It's where I get it's all grass fed, right? So I get not grass fed scallops, but scallops and shrimp and beef and pork, all kinds of I get all my meat from Butcher Box. So feel free to send me a message, and I'll be happy to give you a discount code, and you can see if you like that as well. But the reality, guys, it's not hard to make stuff at all. As a matter of fact, probably the hardest part of my cooking now is making the sides for Tony, right? Because she's still doing her regular diet as far as that goes. So I'm still making the sides, I'm still making the rice, I'm still making the greens and things of that nature. And so I haven't changed that. I just eat the meat. That's all. So that's pretty darn simple. Let me just make sure, like I said, I'm not missing out on any questions. If you have any, let me know. Thank you, Emmy. Yep. Emmy says there's 2 different kinds of cholesterol. Yep. Absolutely. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just making sure. Oh, also forgot to mention, I also lost 35 pounds too. Congratulations, Donald. That is awesome. Yep. The BUN approved a lot, Dolores. Been crazy. Donald says, I've been doing it for 3 months now, and my sugar has been running normal. I've been reduced my insulin to a third of what it was to take and feel great. I wish I knew about this years ago. Awesome, Donald. Cool. Yes, Nancy, I do eat dairy. Yep. No milk, but I'll have heavy cream and butter, of course, and cheese. Hey, Kevin Hill. What's up, brother? All right. Let me just make sure I don't have any questions. How do you break the monotony between meals? I don't feel that way, right? I don't know if it's a mindset. I don't know if it's because of my surgery, Sean, or anything of that nature. I'm not a hungry person. And actually, that's not good, right? There's a lot of days where I won't eat anything until 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just not hungry, and I'm so busy. I'm helping people. I'm trading. I'm helping our team of 6,000 people almost, and things of that nature. And there's just some days I'm not hungry. And again, I understand that that's not good. Hunger is a good thing to have. So I don't know, a cheese stick, something of that nature. Yesterday I had my lunch was some cheese and a little bit of pepperoni. You're not supposed to have a lot of sausages, by the way, on this, but I don't have a lot of that, but I just had to grab something very, very quick as far as that goes. So not really sure, because I really don't have that issue, Sean. I have usually something to eat in the afternoon, and then cook my beautiful wife dinner at night, and then Jay said we could room together again. I would love that, dude. Hey, Michael Angel Martin. I gave you a shout out, Michael Angel Martin. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're on here for that. The cholesterol. Yeah, my cholesterol, Misty, was always good. You can go back and watch the video. I showed you all of my blood work in this video. In case maybe you just came on late, right? I've been doing it for about 40 minutes now. I showed you my entire blood work. So go back and watch the recording if you want to, Misty, as far as that goes. Gus is asking, will it work without the surgery? That's kind of what I said before. Like, if I had known about carnivore, I've done low carb for a long time. If I had known about carnivore before I had the surgery, I would have probably tried carnivore. I don't know that it would have worked as well, right? I know we're all on our own individual journeys as far as that goes. And I know my journey has been freaking a long time, right? But guys, I haven't been this low in weight for 30 years. That's pretty crazy, right? I mean, I've always been big, and I'm not even near. I am near, but I'm not at my goal weight yet. So the point is that this has been my answer. Carnivore is my answer. Just like trading is my answer, right? For finances, the income claims, my personal story, right? Carnivore has been my answer for weight loss, for health, just what it has been. And I think that, you know, if you are thinking about getting surgery, if you're thinking about going in that direction, maybe hold off for a month and just do this and see how you feel and see what changes happen in your life. And again, I'm not a doctor, guys, right? I'm just giving you my story, giving you what happened to me, because I think that maybe it can help you as far as that goes. So Jim, as far as the Butcher Box code, just send me a message, send me a private message, and I'll send it over to you. They sent it to me on email a couple of days ago, so I'll send it over to you, brother. Did you have any crashes during your? No, well, Richard, because I've been low carb. Like I've been low carb since my surgery in 2018, probably even a little bit before that, but maybe not as much, right? So, you know, it wasn't like I went from eating candy bars to just meat, right? I haven't had a candy bar in a long freaking time, right? So I didn't have any crashes. I didn't have any. Sometimes people will get something called carnivore flu, where your body just kind of like detoxes all of the crap that's in it, all the toxins. I didn't have any of that personally, because again, like I said, I've been doing carnivore for a long time as far as that goes. Nancy said, I just started 6 weeks ago. Feels so much better. That's awesome. So Tom, this is a good question. So you're not supposed to, right? Necessarily. You can drink it black or with half and half. So not half that, black or with, with some heavy cream. I do have coffee, right? And again, it is all individual. So you have to, and I'm not really a huge coffee drinker. I'm not like I have to have it to wake up. As a matter of fact, coffee puts me to sleep a lot of times. It's just what my body is. So I don't have it a lot, but it is not a great thing to have in the very beginning. Did you add any cardio? So some of you guys have seen, right, that I have a bike, not a motorcycle like Michelangelo Martin has. I have a TerraTrike, which is not quite as expensive as the Harley, but pretty close. Anyway, I go out on my bike, and I haven't done that. I usually try to go out at least once or twice a week. That's what my goal is. I want to go out and do cardio at least once or twice a week. My doctor would like me to do some more weight bearing exercises as well, and that's my plan. I'm going to do that as well as far as that goes. But those are I haven't done any kind of like extraneous, except for the bike riding. I haven't done any kind of extraneous exercises. I'm not like going to the gym every day or anything. I don't have time for that, guys. I don't have time, unfortunately. Thanks, Katie. Oh, I love you. This is my little. I went to New York to see Katie and her beautiful husband get married. So love you. Absolutely. Appreciate it. Charlie says, did you have a clearer mind when you started eating only meat? And yes, you can eat chicken. And yes, I eat bacon and eggs. I just came back from Chick-fil-A, and I get the club with no bun, no lettuce, no tomato. I just get the patty with Colby Jack and pepper jack. I do like the pepper jack with bacon. That's lunch as soon as I can find time to have it. So as far as a clearer mind, I can tell you I'm probably a little less tired in the middle of the day. Like the doctor asked me yesterday, it's like, are you taking you feel like you need to take a nap every day? I'm like, nope, I don't feel like I need to take a nap every day or anything of that nature. So I would probably say that, yeah, probably a little bit clearer mind as far as that goes, Charlie. So cool. Congratulations, Gus. So did I. That's awesome. Love it, brother. Yeah, Misty, just go back and watch the recording. So if you got on late, right, just go back and watch the recording. And here's the deal, guys. I got to jump off. I have another webinar. I've got a team webinar that I got to jump on, helping people all the time, guys. So I'm here to help you, right? If you want to do this, if you want to go down this path, okay, if you want to do the things that I talked about today, feel free to send me a message. You don't have to if you don't want to, right? Or just get on YouTube or get on that Facebook group that I showed and just see if it would work for you. Again, go to your doctor. I would definitely recommend getting your blood levels done before, right? And then after. Do that whole 90-day thing, right? Get your blood work done before, do it if you want to, and then get your blood work done after and see where it is for you. Again, this might not be your answer. All that I can tell you, this is my answer. No doubt, right? No doubt in my mind. As a matter of fact, when I went to Katie's wedding that I just talked about, the same topic kept coming up. And that is, do you recognize or do you know who I am? As a matter of fact, There was a gentleman that I had an interaction with who I rode on the ambulances with in New York that had no clue who I was. Zero. And I told him who I was, and he's like, I know you. I'm like, yeah, you know me. So anyway, the point is, guys, is you can do this too. All you got to have is a little bit of self-discipline. And the reason why, my reason why is my beautiful wife. It's why I do all that I do. Because of him and because of her. All right. So that's why I do what I do. And I appreciate you guys being on today. I appreciate all the awesome comments. And guys, remember, it's not about me. I'm sharing this with you today because I just felt led, right, to help you if you want the help. And that's all, right? So if I can do anything for you, if I can be of any help to you, if I can be of any assistance, send me a message. I'm here to help. All right. I got to bounce, guys. It's been awesome having all you guys on here. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Be blessed. Remember, God loves you without a shadow of a doubt. And I will see you on the rest of the interwebs. Be blessed, everybody. Talk to you soon. Love you. Bye for now.